Putting on an aero cover is easy and takes no time at all, but we are going to show you how to put it on correctly so that you don't have any issues. So this is the optional aero cover that you can get with your Mark I. Now, it's pretty easy to put on, and when you get it in the box, it has everything that you need already on the disc, but you do have to put it on correctly, and you do have to align it correctly, or else you may have some scratching or issues that will occur once the disc is on the wheel. Now, one thing to note about this disc before we go any further is this disc will only work at this time on the Mark I. We may introduce wheels later on that will use the same type of cap configuration, in which case maybe this disc will be applicable. However, right now, this doesn't retrofit to any of our other wheels. Okay, so if you are putting this cover on at the time that you are just purchasing the wheels, then you're not gonna need the optional cover plate. So we're gonna take this cap off real quick, and we are going to just show you what it looks like. Now remember that with a Mark I, you have this little pull tool here, so if you have to take off the cover plate, it's just as simple as that. You don't need to use a screwdriver or anything. So you can tweak this a little bit, but at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is you're trying to put the Mark I logo roughly about the 3 o'clock mark. You'll see that there are feet here on the back, and there's also some rubber pads to keep it from scratching when it's against the wheel. But this is only going to work correctly if you align these to the wheel correctly. What we're gonna do is when this is at 3 o'clock, we're basically gonna put these feet into the window just like that. And this is on correctly. You can see that it does not move or spin. When this cover is lined up correctly, you'll be able to look at the back, not see any of the feet, and you'll see these tabs go between the windows. This is an indication that disc is on correctly. Here's an example of an incorrect installation. Here's what you can see. The disc wants to move on its own a little bit from side to side, but in addition to that, you can now see the feet that are right here. Those feet are now visible. That's an indication this disc is not aligned correctly. So if you put your disc on and you feel like it's not quite sitting or it does this, you're not on correctly. Basically what you're gonna do is once that's on, you're just going to go ahead and spin this cap on. And once it's set, at that point you would be able to go ahead and just give it a little snug, and you are essentially lined up for success. So that's all how you put the aero cover onto the Mark I. If you have any questions, throw them down below, and we'll catch you on the next one.